2018 has been another year filled with anime of a lot of different flavors and goblins. While I do mostly love Live, no anime came out from them this year, so I'll focus on anime that came out in 2018. Since I didn't watch all the anime in 2018, I will only talk about the ones that I've watched a little bit of. If I didn't get to your favorite anime this year, go tell me in the comments you watched the wrong anime. I'll go over each anime briefly and give a rundown as well my opinions. As we all know, opinions are not allowed on the internet, so if you disagree, you're clearly right and I'm wrong and I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, at the end I'll give my picks for made up awards at the end. But first up, we'll hit the ongoing series, but before that, let's look at the anime from this decade. So first, I'll cover Black Clover, which began in 2017. Now, people have their reasons to like or hate this anime, but why? From my extensive research that rivals my research on why don't waifus exist in real life, it seems to stem a lot from the animation and unimpressive plot. I would have to agree to a certain degree. While I do see some of the parts of the anime to have decent quality to it, the character design, well, sucks to be harsh about it. I don't like how the author draws these characters, and it's not because they aren't moe enough, just the whole face seems out of place. But that's just a small factor. Without a good storyline and characters, this anime would fail. So does that succeed in that department? Kinda. It has the elements of a typical shonen anime. It has a diverse magic system, multiple regions with diverse characters and personalities, but it just feels lacking here and there. One thing that bugs me is that the same jokes are repeated a lot. Asa, we know, is a physically strong, magicless knucklehead who wants to be the strongest. It doesn't exactly sound very unique. There's a tsundere who always says bakasta, and she always does the same gestures and always ends up attacking Asta. The captain is always gambling and he says he's gonna kill you, and that hoo-ha guy really needs to stop talking. Seriously, does anyone have a silent spell in this world? Also, we don't need a recap every episode. And after that, it's often followed by an intro where they have to recap what happened in the previous episode. So not only do we get the intro at the very beginning explaining the major point of the plot, but now we have to deal with a recap as well. It's just a waste of 2 minutes every episode. Anyways, if you are a fan of shonen or you're looking for anime that has a handful of episodes, I could recommend this to you. Overall, it's decent, and with the more recent episodes, it's gone a lot better. The story writing, character development is more evident as well, and frankly, most things get better as the animes go on, beyond the art style. Boruto Naruto Next Generations is the succession to Naruto Shippuden, which was a succession to Naruto. Since this has been an ongoing for a while, I'll try to keep it brief. Do I enjoy this more than the Naruto series? No. In Naruto, being a genin meant you're a genin. In Boruto, what the heck does it even mean to be a jonin anymore? Why are genin better fighters than a lot of the jonin? Is this plot armor? BS? Pretty much. Now Boruto isn't bad per se. There is more character development, especially amongst other characters. It focuses more on elements beyond fighting, which can be nice sometimes. The unfortunate part of Boruto is that Naruto already hit a major climax. Naturally, future fights should get bigger, but no way a kid should be fighting against alien gods. Boruto would be dead in a millisecond. Yet somehow, in a way, only plot armor can make that possible. He's important to a fight where the whole world is at stake. How is a genin doing more than a Hokage? The point is, there's a lot of BS, and I'm not sure that I would really recommend people to watch this. If you watch Naruto, then sure, go ahead. But personally, if you haven't watched either, just go watch Naruto instead. You don't get as much as that BS that this anime has. Oh boy, let's talk about Darling in the Franxx. If it had one more X, then we would have a more fitting title. It is another mech anime, and it's an attempt to bring back the once dominant genre. As someone who hasn't watched many mecha, I figured I would give this a try. So how was it, and was it worth it? Well, I feel like it gets a lot of hate, and well, some of it is justified. The first half of the anime was interesting. You get to learn about the world, the characters, and you ask yourself, what the heck are those creatures? Then there's the end of the anime. Now I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say it gets a bit iffy. It feels like it was really rushed, things happen so fast, the parts that made the beginning very nice disappeared. And well, some parts of the end I would have to call BS. Now what did really bug me is the over-sexualization of the anime. So there's a need for a male and a female to operate the vehicles. By the way they are positioned is not like the one you might expect on like Power Rangers. Like, this is not done by accident. And why the heck are handles coming out of her hips? My god! Is this how they try to sell the anime beyond the action scenes? Yeah. Also, 02, that scene, yeah. I still think it was an alright watch, while many would probably disagree with that. I know it gets a lot of hate, it comes its way, and I do have to agree with this amount of hate. Maybe if there's more episodes or if they had more time to tell the story, it could have been much better, but maybe it wasn't in the budget. One thing that at least was nice is that it had a variety of different endings, which is always a nice thing. Also, Ichiko is the best girl. Dagashi Kashi 2 is a bit of a quirky anime, so this is the second season for this anime. It's a slice of life anime about a high schooler kid who runs a candy shop with his dad, who is sometimes there. The female character with the purple hair is the other main character. She and the main character Kokonatsu are Japanese candy enthusiasts, or at least just candy enthusiasts in general. The episodes are filled with them giving insightful history and trivia about all kinds of candies in their shop. There's also a bunch of comedy and I guess minor romance in this anime. It really doesn't change a whole lot from season 1, so that's about what I have to say. It introduces some new characters and continues with more snacks and more fun. I personally enjoyed watching it. I'm not sure why, and I don't know if this anime is for everyone, but if you enjoy comedy and slice of life, and if you really like snacks, then give this one a try. Here we have another Isekai anime with a person named Kirito. Oh, yeah, that's Kirito. Anyways, Death March Kara Hajimaru Isekai Kyousoukyoku, I don't know, starts with the main character Satu getting into a game that he works at his company. There was a major oversight giving overpowered spells, which lets him to be a god for a moment. This allows him to kill countless enemies, and he levels up a lot. So basically, he's overpowered. He became a level 310, and he has essentially any skill he wants maxed out. He basically has cheat codes enabled. So this anime essentially is about a god who can do whatever he wants. Now the challenge is how the anime will deal with this. There is no sense of danger for him now that he's essentially untouchable. This can be as dangerous as a plot element because there could be a lack of excitement when you know he'll win at anything he tries. One Punch Man was successful because of the characters, comedy, and the story writing. So how does this anime do that? Well, as an Isekai anime, it does have more elements of a typical JRPG. It shows stats, skills, and achievements, which can be very interesting. The use of stats really mirror how leveling a skill can affect how he does certain things, such as deception. It's nice to see things like that. Now, since he has all the skills maxed out, he is also maxed out on girls. Yes, this is another harem anime. Anyways, it is a nice watch. It doesn't have all the cool battles that other isekais have, but it's got its own charm. Beyond the harem, it feels like a more complete and chill RPG, but of course there are some moments of seriousness to keep you watching. I would say it's a worthwhile watch if you are into RPGs or isekai anime like that. It's not my favorite isekai, but it's a decent one all around. And the show's skills and other things like that, which I do appreciate. I love Overlord a lot. It's just a blast to watch. However, season 2 had some problems. So this season was mostly world building, and while I appreciate world building, these characters don't seem that important in the long run. If these characters are pivotal to the future plot, then of course, keep doing the world building. But instead, we spent a majority of the season talking about lizards. Lizards don't really seem to be that important, especially to someone who's like a god. Now don't take it the wrong way, I still enjoyed it and the world building is nice. Understanding their relations are important. It's just it felt a little slow, and there's just too much focus on them. I still really like the anime, and there were some moments mixed in there that were excellent. I would easily still give Overlord II a recommendation, but just keep in mind it wasn't as great as the first season in my mind. To be honest, I feel that Grancrest Senki was underrated. This anime was a pretty good watch in my opinion. We follow a character known as Theo Canario, who wishes to end all the fighting between the three major factions. He meets Celica, who is a mage. She makes a contract with him and they go on adventures. The world has many characters and diverse talents and abilities. Each character could be likable, and some maybe not as much, but regardless, they all are different and have their own flavors. I enjoyed seeing the progress that he has made throughout the anime. He comes from simple origins with big ambitions, and it shows how he was able to slowly grow into, say, a powerhouse. The anime showed the tactics they used, the battles they fought, and the conflicts on multiple sides of the war. No one is perfect, and the anime depicts everyone's struggles. It also had a pretty amazing song for the ending as well. So yes, I would recommend watching this. It was overall very interesting and exciting. If you're a fan of shonen anime, this might be something that you like. There's a lot of characters out there. They have wars fighting. There's a magic system where they cast different things. So I don't want to say too much, but I think it's a good watch. Today, we have another spin-off in the Fate series. Like the Fate Calyad series, this one is not about mass genocide, or is a battle royale. This one is just cooking. That's it. Now if you came because you enjoyed the original series, you'll be disappointed. There's no action. But the anime is a relaxing watch and could help you with cooking. The instructions are semi-detailed, so you could probably follow it. But personally, I'll just stick to my cup ramen. Honestly, I didn't get that far in this anime. It's just not that very exciting. It is really slow, and I didn't find myself motivated to watch it. It's a nice watch, and it's kind of fun to see how the characters would behave in a world where they aren't all trying to kill each other. It's a really chill and sweet anime, and all the characters that were killing each other are just friends. If you want to watch something relaxing or that makes you comfortable, then this will do the job. If you want to watch an anime where all your favorite characters don't die, and your favorite characters also happen to be in the Fate series, then I guess this is also for you. The anime that is barely not hentai is now back to cook up another storm. This time we get the second part of the third season of Shokugeki no Souma. Some people like to say this is season 4, but they're wrong. This is where Shokugeki really heats up. Man, I really should cut out the bad jokes. So, where we last picked up from, the characters learn of Yukihira's relationship to Saiba. The whole campus is also becoming more tense as the group known as Central really accelerated Azami's plan. In the season, they focus more on drama and turmoil. Shokugeki became less of the goofy anime about cooking and fan servicing, but here we get more character development in the fierce competitions. We learn more about the backstory, and they slow down on the fan servicing only bit. This is Shokugeki we're talking about, so it's still there. But anyways, nevertheless, it's the same series with a more serious plotline this time around. While the parts I enjoyed of the previous seasons are still intact, but also adds something more. I definitely recommend watching Shokugeki even up till now, and even as someone who is reading the manga, I can tell you that the future of this anime is bright. You'll still have all those intense fights, and you'll also get all that unnecessary explosion of clothes. Yeah, last period makes me feel like how I was in my last period in high school. I wanted to get out as soon as possible.
Got him!
Alright, I'll be serious. First, they need to get a better name. And frankly, just everything needs to get a better name. The name of the starting city is Hopeless. Sure, that's realistic, but dude, come on. Also, the name of the adventures are periods. Dude, like, that doesn't make sense. Like, what's next? A semicolon? Exclamation marks? All enemies are called spirals. Like, is this gonna make sense down the road? I mean, that side, it has moments that are mildly amusing, some that are not. But it feels like a lackluster, silly Isekai anime. It has the structure of a basic Isekai anime with guilds, magic, spells, with silly characters, and a Digimon for a mascot. Also, this Wise Mad group really feels like Team Rocket for Pokemon. In fact, why not just go watch Pokemon instead? What distinguishes itself from other anime is that it has a gacha system and an anime. Is this the future of anime? Well, at least it pokes fun at people who pay to win, I guess. And how you'll only get the 1-star character every time. Man, you'll never catch me playing a stupid gacha game. Man, I really hate this game. Overall, I would put this really, really low on my list to watch. There's just so many more enjoyable anime in this genre. Go watch Overlord, Konosuba. That one time I was reincarnated as a slime. This really feels like an anime with just silliness and a lack of quality content. Jokes are kind of cheap, and there isn't really any substance to this. Can't really confidently recommend this to anyone. A kid might enjoy this, but it definitely does not feel like an anime for a seasoned anime watcher. Now, who doesn't love themselves some Steins Gate? Steins Gate Zero is the series that explains the ending of Steins Gate. If you aren't aware of that series is about, here's a little rundown. If you plan on watching either series, perhaps skip this section. I won't have any major spoilers, but it's up to you if you want to know and learn a little bit more about the series. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you guys are okay with listening now, so let's go over it. Rintaro Okabe is a man in his 20s who likes to proclaim himself as a mad scientist. He runs a laboratory in an apartment with Mayuri Shina and Itaru Hashida. He tasks themselves with the impossible idea of time travel. This doesn't become a reality when Okabe meets Makise Kurisu. Here's where it gets weird. He first meets her at a conference where she speaks about time travel theory. When he goes and meets her later after the conference, he finds her dead. This obviously freaks him out. But even weirder, he finds her alive later. Kurisu ends up helping Okabe with his time travel research. He eventually gets over the initial confusion, but time travel doesn't come so easily. It starts out with a cell phone operated microwave that can send what they call D-mails. It's essentially sending anonymous text messages to the past, which can influence the present and future. Each time one is sent, the present changes. So this is how he manages to enter the altered timeline when Kurisu is alive, because he was sent a D-mail after that incident occurred with Kurisu being dead. Well, this existence of this machine grabs the attention of CERN, and let's just say you shouldn't mess with government organizations. This ends up causing a lot of people to die, and eventually this will lead to World War III. Okabe tries to save all of his friends, so he keeps sending D-mails trying to change the future, but no matter how it goes, someone always dies. So it ends up coming with the decision that Kurisu has to die in order to save everyone. But unfortunately that really sucks to him because she became really special to him. Steins Gate Zero picks up after the second to last episode in the Steins Gate series. Okabe is very distraught over his loss of her, but at least Mayuri and everyone else is alive. He gets us on time travel until he gets acquainted again with Maho Hyajo, which is Kurisu's senior. Maho has created a project known as Amadeus. This project lets you recreate a person virtually. They retain the memories of that person and they can interact with you as if they are alive. The problem is she decided to use Kurisu as the subject, and this grabs Okabe's attention a lot. Now, a majority of the series is learning about how to get over his struggle. He's accepted that no matter how hard he tries, he will fail in trying to save everyone. Now, I'll leave the rest of the anime for you to watch and figure out what happens. As an anime, it's still great. It's Steins Gate all over again. Now, the novelty that Steins Gate brought has dumbed down a bit. It's still an enjoyable watch. I personally am really interested in time travel, and Steins Gate really explores that. Steins Gate Zero more explores the consequences of it and the mental struggle that the main character has. Now, I'm not saying I don't like this anime, because that's far from the truth. It's an excellent watch. It's just, I still like the original more. The original had all that theory about time travel that I just adore exploring, and it's just really fascinating to watch that. I recommend watching both, but please obviously watch Steins Gate first. So, Joker's in Smash, huh? I never thought I would see the day come. I know I personally wanted him in it, but wow! That was unexpected. But anyways, that's on another note. Let's talk about the anime. Persona is a series that did have another anime adaptation, which is Persona 4, but Persona is mostly more known for its games. Persona has a very unique style with the red, white, and black with cartoon-styled arrows and all that other stuff. And of course, the music is also very good too. So let's talk about the anime itself, because I talked about everything else. So, how is the anime? Well, I personally enjoyed it. It was about a group of high schoolers who also have a talking animal that go solve mysteries and catch bad guys. Wait, didn't I just describe Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Anyways, Persona 5 runs the narrative, is it okay to intervene and change people's hearts? And like the Yu-Gi-Oh card, Change a Heart, people want it banned once it gained traction. One of the biggest upsides is the mystery and drama that comes from the storytelling. Also, again, there's also really good music. Overall, I enjoyed the show a good amount. The rewatchability is not as high, but there's still a lot to enjoy from the series, learn about the characters, and to learn why certain people end up that way. It is also very interesting to see how the group just slowly comes together. And also, did I mention that Ren is in Smash? Like, that's incredible! But seriously though, I think it'll be a nice watch, and also play the games if you like that. I think it's a really decent just series overall. And again, if you're a Nintendo fan, maybe you want to learn more about this guy who's going to be in Smash Bros. I don't really want to talk that much about this anime. It's pretty lackluster, and really it's just an advertisement for the Gunma Prefecture of Japan turned into an anime. That's basically what it is. It's not a very popular area in Japan, so I guess you can learn more about that area through this anime if you're too lazy to go. The anime itself, the comedy, it's kind of cheap, and that's about it, I guess. If you wonder where the voice actress or Seiyu Ayu Uchida is from that place, which is nice to hear. And, well, actually I talked a lot about her in one of my previous videos about my complete guide to her, so if you're interested to learn more about that area and more specifically about her, you can go watch that. I'll put a link in the description or something like that. They also took her song So Happy, and they used it for the ending thing. And, well, frankly, I think the song is better than the whole anime itself. And actually the song is longer than an average episode, which is 3 minutes. So yeah, you got about 36 minutes of anime for this whole series, which is just an ad. So I would probably recommend passing on this one. So to prevent this video from being over 30 minutes long, I decided to divide the video into 2 parts, maybe 3, we'll see once I get there. But so I'm going to do summer and then fall of 2018 anime in the next video. So this is just a little preview of what it's gonna be, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video, which will be very long, as you can see. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you there if you guys are interested.